Afternoon, namaskar. Such an honor and privilege to be here for the convocation. Dr. Jagdish Kumar, Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor Alok Rai, Director of Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, the Directors of Board of Governors, faculty, dear students, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Few days back, Professor Rai called me and said that, can you come for the convocation? And I said, I'm a little tied up, but then I did not want to miss the opportunity. It's very rare that we get an opportunity to speak to such brilliant young minds together at one single platform, and I thought I should take the opportunity to come here. Also, I was worried that if I don't go this time, next time possibly Professor Rai will not invite me. In any case, not many power company CEOs have been invited for such events, so thank you very much. Before I share some thoughts with you, I have two requests. We saw large number of students today getting their degrees. The number of clapping or the applause that should have happened did not happen. So can we have one big round of applause? Can I also request all the students who have got the degrees today to stand up and say thank you to your parents and to your faculty. Thank you very much. I'm going to share with you a few of my thoughts, and these are the learnings that I have working for last nearly 4 decades. It was mentioned that I work in one of the oldest power companies, and hence our thoughts will be very old. But let me tell you, I work in the youngest power company of this country. We started this company in 1915. We are just 111 years old. The company was set up on a foundation that it will produce clean power, green power, and will supply to the city of Mumbai. This is, I'm talking about 1900, I'm talking about 1890. The so-called pollution was there in Mumbai. The textile mills in Mumbai were polluting, and the founder of Tata Group, Jamshedji Tata, he said, I need to do something. It cannot be that in my city everyone lives with so much of pollution. What was true that time is true today also in 2026, and it is a much bigger problem because we have much larger population that we need to cater to. And that's where I think that Tata Power is a young company and is a company which has innovated. 1915, the first power plant was set up, hydropower plant. The second was set up in 1922 and third in 1927. The company was listed in New York Stock Exchange in 1919, more than 100 years back. Who would have imagined that you can go and list yourself in the New York Stock Exchange? It was not only about innovating of producing clean power, but it was also how do you bring it to the city of Mumbai, which is 7 islands. And I think right from that time we have always been innovating, because if we do not innovate, this company would never have survived for last 111 years. And today, when we look at this company, we are getting ready that how do we get ready for next 100 years. We need to plan that. And I think in last 100 years, every new innovation that has happened globally in the power sector, we have been the first one to try. Some we have succeeded, some we have failed, but so be it. The name of the game is that we try and fail, and not that we do not try. And I think that's what is very important. When I talk about innovation, we keep on hearing so many things about AI, about so many things happening globally. We see the type of challenges during COVID, and now the type of challenges, especially the energy challenge that we are seeing. But it's not restricted to energy, it's actually covering a whole lot of things. And what does it mean? What are the two things that impacts our country? And as the young leaders of tomorrow, as the future of this country, as people who will go out in the field, whether you work in companies or set up your own enterprises, you would be working towards finding solutions which are good for the country and good for the world. And what are those two problems which I find is very daunting and requires huge amount of effort? The first is climate change. I mentioned to you that how today 17 of the 20 most polluted cities are in India. We live in many cities where the pollution levels are severe or very poor. It's not that people who are in India have much better lungs and much better hearts. They have the same lungs and the same heart. How do we find a solution? How do we come out of this challenge? We are a 1.4 billion country with 1.4 billion people, and that's where I think the challenge is more daunting for us, and we will have to find solution. Climate change also means that how do we use clean energy? Clean energy not only for power, but clean energy for mobility, clean energy for industries, clean energy for every aspects of our life. And can we have that sort of a solution? And there are a lot of work that is happening. As a company, we are right there in the forefront working to see that many of these technologies which are being tried out, we can do the pilot projects in the country and make it successful. So I think that's a very, very important, and that's why I say innovation is something that all of you have to consider as a part of the work that you would carry out, and then only you can be relevant. The second area that people keep on asking me is that what is Tata Power? What is the culture of Tata Power? 100 years old. Why is it that we have employees who are not just one generation, there are two generations. There are employees who are three generations. There are employees who are four generations. There are employees who are five generations. What is it that makes them work? And I think one of the good examples that I saw was during COVID. We are a power utility. That means you have to produce power. So if you are working from home, you need power. Can you work from home without power? You can't charge your mobile, you can't charge your laptop, you can't charge your computers. So you need that. And someone has to go and work. So when COVID happened in 2020, 24th March, I said, I need to go to the plant. And when I went there, to my surprise, most of the people were there already in the plant, and they were operating the generating plant which supplies to Mumbai. And then I spoke to the other locations also, and all the people were working. And I was asking them that you guys are not scared that something will happen. The world, you are seeing so many people are dying, so many mishaps are happening. Are you not worried? And they said that we are worried. It's not that we are not worried. We are also human beings, and we know that we can also succumb to this COVID. But we feel that we have a purpose in life. And the purpose in life is that we wanted to work in a power company. We wanted to work in a utility. And thereby give service to the consumers 24/7. And this is not only COVID. Many a time cyclone comes, many a time you have very high wind speeds, and the power supply gets disrupted. But they are not worried about it. They go in the field and set it right. So I think that's the second part, that all of you need to have a purpose. Purpose has to be something which is giving you satisfaction, but also making a difference in the society. And I think that's very important. It cannot be that you win but the society loses, and that's where when you are choosing what you need to do in your life, you need to consider. The third is the learning part of it. And I know that all of you have already got the second degree, which is, I'm sure you would have, many of you have engineer MBA or have done already your undergrad course and have done your MBA. But the learning is a constant thing, and I will share my example. Unlike many of you, I was a slow learner. I did my engineering and then I started working. But subsequently, I went and did my master's in IIT Delhi. And then I thought, this is enough. But then the urge to learn more was there. And I fortunately got posted in Bangalore. And there I had the opportunity to get admission in National Law School, which is a very prestigious place. But also the course I was doing was a very difficult course. I remember the first day the director came to our class and said that you are a cohort of nearly 40, but I'll tell you that in 1 month, not 3-4 of you will be here. And true to his words, we were just 4 of us who were left in that class after 1 month. And we, of course, out of 4, only 2 of us could pass through. So it was a very, very difficult course. But then what it also gave was an opportunity to learn new things, which as engineer MBA one would not learn. The last was somehow, as I mentioned to you, I was a slow learner. I thought, let me go and do my PhD. So I got myself enrolled in IIT Delhi, and I said, let me do the PhD program. IIT Delhi has a curriculum requirement where you need to attend classes, and I was not ready for that you need to attend classes. You need to have 75% attendance. I thought, I was already a CEO at that time. I thought they will be little lenient with me, but there was nothing like that. And I had to attend the classes. I had to take the class test. I had to get a CGPA of more than 8.5 to even qualify to do my PhD. So it was a great experience. It was a great opportunity for me, but it required that sort of an effort. And I think the urge to learn has to be there. I'm sure for all of you, this is not the end of learning. For all of you, you should not think that all of you have become Gyani, MBAs from IIM Calcutta. There's nothing more in the world to do. This is the beginning of many more learnings that you need to do, because the world is changing, and in this changing world, many of the concepts, many of the things that you have learned today may not be relevant 10 years or 20 years hence. So there is a very, very important part of constant learning. So I think as all of you get into your new life, your professional life, and the world is waiting for you, you need to always step back and see what I can do, whether it is in terms of innovation, whether it is in terms of making a difference in the lives of people, or it is about your self-learning. Because that is the only way you will be able to make a full difference, not only for yourself, but also for the society and country. And I'm sure all of you will do a great job going forward. The country is in good hands with all of you there. So take it up. The world is waiting for you. Make it happen and make everyone proud, as also proud to yourself for the work that you do. So best of luck and God bless you. Thank you.